Hi, my name is Amy. Thank you very much for watching and let's make some bad financial decisions together. This is for entertainment purposes only, so if you're entertained, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Sometimes I'm really not productive. I'm just making songs all day, just kicking back. It's fine. Other days, I fix my leaking toilet and I make a mobile app for YieldMight. So last night, I was checking my email and I had another email from the Shipathon hackathon, which I'm pretty sure I'm not going to meet the deadline for that. But I was thinking, oh, if I'm not going to do this with the person, because I was going to do the Joe portfolio thing, but if I'm not working on that with him anymore, because he just kind of ghosted me, wouldn't it be nice just to do a simple YieldMight thing? So I was not sure how to implement an API from my YieldMight website to let my mobile app actually use the same API. But I asked Gemini and it didn't seem so bad. So then it took me like 10 minutes. It was midnight at that point. And so then I just created the native script because with native script, it compiles down and it compiles down to both iOS and Android. And since we're not like a banking app, it's totally fine. So I created it last night. I worked on it till like 2 in the morning, but the way that I had it to begin with was when you first come into the YieldMight app, it had like the weeklies all there and you clicked into it and you saw the weeklies. But then I woke up this morning and I was like, no, we're just going to redo the whole thing. So the first thing I did was I went onto Canvas. I made myself a little wireframe of what I wanted it to look like. It had filters, it had an investment amount, and then just very basic information on this page because when you're on mobile, there's only so much that you can see on a single screen at a time. But I really wanted a compare section. So how does this work? Well, let's try to reset all of the comparisons. So basically, if I wanted to compare ICOI, I would press compare, and I want to compare it with COYY, and I would press compare, and now that we have two, at least, we can compare. And this doesn't have anything in it yet because I just got it to work, but eventually this will be sticky to the left-hand side, and then you can scroll to the right with however many that you have, and so you'll have a better comparison functionality with this side by side. And with the details, I also need to add more details and stuff, but this is the basic thing. It has, like, if you have $300 to invest, it changes the distribution amount for the latest distribution dynamically, and the distribution rate stays the same because the distribution rate is the same. And then all you have to do is like long press to do things, and you can compare whatever you want to compare. So it does have a few small things that I want to do before actually launching this, but it's mostly just I have the API working, but I haven't actually tested it with this mobile app yet. This mobile app is using test data. So my next step is actually to put the API into my dev environment and then actually hook this up so that it is requesting the information from an API. And so I'm just pretty happy that this is coming out the way that I want it to for the most part, and it's just like little tweaks along the way. And I know that this doesn't have like the comparison, like if you go onto yieldmight.com, this is what you see when you first go on. And for me, now that I've added the weekly, monthly, and annually, which is, it just normalizes it. So For example, MVDW, it pays weekly, so the weekly is also 64 cents. But BPI pays 2 times a month. So this latest distribution is actually 75 cents per week if you take this and you divide it by 2, because it's every other week basically. So this normalization I've become used to, and I think it's super helpful just to be able to do a side-by-side comparison of what is every 4 weeks, what would this monthly amount be, versus BPI, what's that monthly amount, versus HOW. So to me, I would really love to be able to add a filter section here and advanced options where we can change out maybe the latest distribution with the monthly distribution, like just change out the these attributes as we want to see them, but we will see how this evolves. For a mobile app, may I ask you, what are you looking for YieldMight on mobile? Do you think that this is a good representation of what you want? Because I know that people have been asking for the distribution rate in YieldMight itself. So if you look at the last distribution, you say is 151%. Overall, ICOI should be paying you the most on monthly average and weekly because the distribution rate is much higher. And I just, like, if you long press this and you're like, I don't care about Soxy, you can remove it. And so eventually, maybe this will have favorites too. I'm definitely planning on putting, the banner ads and stuff in here. But yeah, I'm pretty happy that this is a thing. Anyways, I'd like to thank people who have become members of my channel. Thank you so much for your support. It means so much to me. Thank you, Patrick Spalding, BGP Automotive, in my opinion, Abdullah, Jeddah, and Omega Werewolf X. You all are amazing, and I super appreciate you. So, yeah, let me know if you're excited about the Android or the iOS app, and what information do you think that I need to make sure that I keep before I launch my MVP. And I'll talk to you all later. Bye.